Well, hello, everybody. Oh, my fan is on. Turn off. Stop it. Um, Good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you're at. So, I just wanted to welcome you all again to another edition of Show and Tell. What the hell? And today we're going to be doing another Toybiz versus Hasbro. This one is a more of a comparison because I can already tell who the clear winner on this is. But we're going to be talking about the 80th anniversary Ironman. And we're going to open them up. But let's see. Let's read the back of it here. I know you guys can see that. See, what does it say there? 80 years. And it says you get the nice little Alex Ross painting right there. Genius industrialist and inventor Tony Stark creates a suit of armor for himself, powered by the arc reactor in his chest, becoming the hero Iron Man. So there you go. Very nice little package. I was very excited to get it just because this is a really awesome figure. Just in the package. And I believe this to be the best Iron Man armor design ever. That's what I say. I believe it to be, because this was the costume. This is the outfit that I grew up with during the 80s, and I guess you had to wear it throughout the 70s and 80s, and until the 90s. That's when things started changing a bit, and he got all rad. Oh, let's see. This item is electronically protected. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is new. Look at that. Wow. Way to go, Target. Let's see if Walmart's doing the same thing. That's interesting because I believe these were supposed to be coming out at Walmart. And do they have to open it first? What's the deal? How do they go about doing that? And here we go. We got some Iron Man with some blast effects. I wonder if these are also compatible with the Titans, not the Titans, but the Transformers Cybertron. But here's a box. Goodbye box. And we're going to bust them out. Now he has all these pretty cool accessories to come along with him. Let me put this further back a little bit so you can get the Tony Stark classic. Comic book Tony Stark, had a very good head sculpt at that. You get this other Iron Man, the nose Iron Man, and you get all these other blast effects. Now, I think they could have benefited from being translucent, but I think these are the same ones from Siege. I believe they are. Let's get a Siege character. Hold on. Let me reach up here. Let's get... Oh, well, how appropriate. If you have Ironhide with Iron Man, let's just pull out one of these blast effects here. Does it fit? No, not in this. Well, that's not even the right weapon, but let's see. Are there any spots to put blast effects? No, I don't see any. Let's see, well, you could put this one over here. Oh, god damn it, Iron Man. No, I don't know. I need to find out if these are going to be compatible. It'd be very interesting if they were. Actually, let me pull out another. Give me 1 second here. And here is a Siege effect. Very similar, except... Oh, no, I see what you got here. Now, right here, this is what you got, a male. You got a male coming out here. This is a female. So it would not be compatible for the most part, but, that's your problem there. You got the wrong part. And but if you want to go ahead and leave it overnight, we'll take a look at it. Let's get this out over here. Get out of here, Iron Man. Get out. Yeah, this is interesting. You can actually add this to the blast effect. That's pretty cool. So you can give him not only the blast effect, but you can give him the rocket effect, where he's flying. Flying with one, so he's going all around. Whoa! Let's get these guys out here, and let's check out his hands, his fist, his other heads. Let's do the cool thing here. Let's see what he looks like. Firstly, It's a little bit of a scuff on there. Oh, it's from the paint of the diorama. Whoopsie. And let's get this odd-looking head. One thing I would have liked is if they had a head. I think the only thing, because this is an A+ figure, I can tell already. This is just me being nitpicky. Ironhide, get away. This is me being picky with toys and design. But sometimes in the original Iron Man, you'd be able to see his eye peeking out of the socket there. And sometimes they'd have both of them. Sometimes you'd see one. I always thought it was a pretty cool effect when you get like one eye, see one dark. Kind of like that whole Jason Voorhees effect. Added to a little bit of that Iron Man mystique. And me, growing up, for the longest time, I just kind of blocked out the look of Tony Stark. Now, this is a little sloppy here. I may as well paint that later, but geez, this is such a great figure. And they go for about like $25, but here is Nose Iron Man. And I'd like to have the helmet as an accessory. This is not going to be in my Hall of Armors. I don't have a whole Hall of Armors, but I have a whole Iron Man collection. This is going to be with my classic Avengers, but the helmet will be in that little group of Iron Man accessories. So let's check out the Tony Stark head. Oh, what a handsome fella this is. Yes, my lady, how are you? I am Tony Stark. I sound different in the comics than the way I do in the movies. Yeah, it looks like your classic, I don't know, it gives it that classic Hollywood dashing hero look. I like that. Very cool, very cool. I'm not going to display him with the Iron Man head, but you know what? This may be nice for, like, if I find a spare... What is my... You see this movement? Did you see that? That was weird. Sorry. So, you can have him. I like the option of having all the different hand effects. I may keep him to where he's where he has one blast effect and one fist. You know, I like having the fist like. Or, if you'd like, you could have both hands out and give him the Jerry Seinfeld pose. What's the deal with my head? I'm being extra saucy today. Apologies. So if you want, you can put that big blast effect there in the hand. The hand's a little bit loose. You can do that if you want. If you please. You can put these... You can utilize everything where you put the fist away and have both blast effects where he's shooting. Let's pose him. Let's do that. Let's do that, folks. You can give him the little effect, and you can give him the big effect. This is the where did my head go? Oh, here it is. So let's give him the quintessential Iron Man face. There you go. There you go. I'll put that one there, and I'll put the bigger one here. Give it some dynamic. And that's the Marvel way. Pretty cool. These are going to be a little bit bent sometimes. You can angle them to where you don't see that bend as much. But pretty cool either way. So we're going to put this away for a second. I am going to keep one on here. I like the smaller effect. I do like that. You could see the hand going through. I prefer that. Not saying it's better. It's just a preference. So let us replace this hand here. Because now, what we're going to do next is we're going to compare him to a couple of other similar Iron Men. You like how I pluralize that? Now it's comparison time. All right. Hey guys. Sorry. You guys ready? Sorry, I'm using my YouTuber voice. Alright guys, we're gonna take a look at this really cool Iron Man. So let's put this guy over here, hanging out against a little backdrop. And I'm gonna show you something that came out a few years ago. This is not a Hasbro versus Toybiz all the way, because we're going to throw in some other Hasbro. Let's see how far they've come along. Yeah, this was a really good Iron Man. I had this in my collection for a while. The only problem is that he was a bit small. Yeah, and he also had different heads. He came in a 2-pack with Maria Hill. And I never felt like... I felt incomplete because he was... I don't know, he looks like Spider-Man size here. So this could be Iron Lad. Iron Man and Son together. Forever. So let's put him here and let's bust out this other Iron Man that was in my original collection. Look how he's posed here. Like, oh, stop it. This is the first Marvel Legends Iron Man classic figure. This was in my collection for quite some while until this guy came in. Now I have this fella here, which to me is the definitive classic. I mean, again, the first two Iron Man outfits were very simple, Tin Man looking, but this is the more streamlined, and it became the most familiar looking Iron Man to everyone. When they see that costume, they're like, oh, hey, that was Iron Man. Until things started changing in the 90s. But let's take a look at this Iron Man. Now, for the time, very impressive figure. Bulky. I believe the head on this, I put a lot of pressure or something, so I am not going to be revealing the Tony Stark face at this time. But it's there. I don't want to... If I glued it, I hope I didn't glue it. But it is a... It was a pretty good example of Iron Man. Now, I wish that I had the Secret Wars Iron Man still. That was one of my favorite toys growing up. I had it. I beat the shit out of it because it was very pliable and toyetic. Is that the word that people use now? Very toyetic. So, yeah, this was highly detailed at the time. Very articulated. It's just the proportions looked a little kind of crazy. But you know what? I look at it and I still appreciate it because it looks like 60s. It looks very like Jack Kirby drew this one. So I do still have a level of appreciation for this particular Iron Man. The same way I do with this one. This is early Hasbro Iron Man, people. Early. Are you with me, people? So let's take a look at... now this one's got all the articulation that you want. The size and some of the proportions are kind of off a little bit. This, I think, nails it out of the park. I think the only slight bit of criticism that I have aside from the eye thing is that I would have liked the gold to be a little bit brighter. Now, again, these are based on the Alex Ross, and this is a really good tone here. I really wish they had applied that to that. Now that I'm looking at it, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. This is a little bit too creamy yellow, cream corn yellow. This is very nice, bright gold. Interesting things they did with the plastic here where they, what is it? Where it's kind of like a mixed plastic, so it looks almost translucent, almost. You get that nice candy apple red, but this looks like a very premium figure. I'm so happy to have this. It's amazing because I know that Mezco had put out one recently that I was very tempted to actually pick up, and it still looks great, but for the price, if I want a classic good-looking Iron Man, this is perfect. I did not hesitate to pick this one up. I did see it once, and I'm like, oh, I opted for Thor, but I definitely needed this one. This is the perfect Iron Man. This is kind of a dream come true to have a very Secret Wars 70s, 80s Iron Man in the classic outfit. I'm actually really impressed by Hasbro's ability to make this happen. And as big as this figure is, this is a nice, hefty, almost pushing at 7 inches here. So this is bigger than your average Marvel Legends figure, or it looks bigger at least. I mean, let's take a look at Nightcrawler here. Of course, Nightcrawler is supposed to be small, but look how Iron Man just towers him. He's using the big body buck, which makes sense because in a suit of iron, you know, Tony Stark is probably, you know, he's probably lifted up a little bit. You got to use your imagination here. So let's get the Thor, the classic Thor. I do not have. And it's cool that Hasbro is actually looking at, they are looking at scale with both Transformers and Marvel Legends. But look how beautiful those two look together. Very nice. Yeah, so now I do still have appreciation for old school Toybiz bobbly head Iron Man. He's going to go in my Hall of Armor area thing. And but I'm really happy to have this one. It's totally worth getting. I mean, these 8, they've been knocking out of the park. These Marvel Legends 80th anniversary figures just have been been very impressive. I can't believe they actually did it. Now, there's some figures coming out that I wish they had actually... Oh, here, that reminds me. Let me see how this guy looks next to what I feel is the best Doom figure. This was like the thickness of this. Yeah, look at that, those two together. That is classic. Now, there is another Doom coming out. It looks okay. It looks great, but not as good as this one. I'm already going to say that when that Doom comes out, this still is going to be my prime Doom. But yeah, just very nice figure. I picked it up at Target. These are actually going pretty fast because I saw it one day, went back the next, and they must have put out 10. There was only 2 left. So I was really happy, and turn that there. I was really happy to have found this. So anyway, I'm just going to put them out together. Just stand already. Jesus. Don't you know anything? And there you have it. 80th anniversary Hasbro Marvel Legends Iron Man. And yeah, pick it up. I mean, even if you end up spending like $30 at some online retailer, it's well worth it. This is probably one of my new favorite Marvel Legends ever made, and that's saying a lot. I have a whole bunch of Marvel Legends. This is just great for those classic Marvel fans. Anyway, folks, till next time. Let me know what you think about this Iron Man. Let me know if you have any more questions. If I have forgotten anything. I mean, I know I didn't go too much into the articulation, but it's just standard Marvel Legends articulation. But if you have any questions, if you disagree or agree, let me know below. Till next time, we'll see you later on.